eye yawada enna na etoso miensa ewo February bosumi mu enne so nyame de yenkwa acheyen enti ye wakwanya no se ye besom ewo bedwam dwumedie so ahwefo aye krado nyina memamu nyina ache ebi nso kra na wade na asawo so baby akoye na udwuma akodi wabre enso still no a odaso awo Adom TV ho adaje tichu bedwam dwumedie yeda se adeche a oye ne sa Facebook fo nyina so moam phone ne obi ne toma moam dia data no so cry iska enso ni na mo share Facebook honom na mo share Adom TV bedwam dwumedie mani so dodo mani so medamu nyina ase ema mo nyina ache enenso nya me dia ache ye wonkomo ahodo odi ewo bedwam dwumedie so efisa abre ya de kosise nonkron ebebo no bedwam ewo Adom TV so enne oman hene kwabena sante wa hunu a owayim na owadaje a na se wonya adaje a na wadi afa jefanko baby a na nadwuma no ewo no fise owurajekum anano a oto ase no enne na wotwedadie no ekoso enti ya na wafa ho na wonso akwakobo ntimi mpo amfa ho a hello oman hene anase bia obi a wonim no bia ofa papa ne ho owurajekum anase jefanko ho no na wafre no ama no yako ekoba ne sei ya na sa na nchia no ene kasa no akwakoye enti oman hene kwabena sante wa hu no bedwam so a amanebo no eno no mefasa akwanya na asonso na mama no hyede ene yako ene owura jefanko na busuafo ne nyuma yefo nyina nti ene na wochededi no den a wiase a yebaaye yesu na yasre na yesu na yejahim na ate aduane so ahye num kakra enti enfa ho se oman hene kwabena sante ne ho no bedwam dwumedie ne de ekoso enti pese mu dwumedie no so eno so ebeba wakwan mu batansa na emre no beso ama pese mu aba wakwan mu no efisa abre ya me ne wudi nkomoyi semisoso ana no sia ne bo a me de bedwam kase no ebesom eno achi no so no akokansie mu nsem ebeba wakwan mu akokansie mu nsem no so achi no mesa betanse na me ne wadi nkomo ewo efisem so den ya efisem so de adache a wanya nkomo bia nikura no na nye de fa wapomode ho nsem efise ye kwa ye bei koziso onipa be ho se oba bi ya oya abakasa me yare no bibi koso onipaduane ma wonfa wani hu enso na eno so eye chemato a betumi aha nipadua no enti eno ho kokobo ene eno ho nkomo twetwe enso ebi beba wakwam ewo efisem dwumedie so efisem wachi no afei kosi asempa ebetena se na ode impese mu dwumedie no abro sede oman hene ho a ankobe ya ma pepepe no enti sa na etie enti den ya bibia ntosin bedwam dwumedie no de wo hwa anim bia no ebeba wakwam na emumu no ne mo akwanya no afreme ene ya wada ene ya da etoso miensa ewo February bosuminim wo susuye ene sen levi yaksa koye ho second ye kan say town hall ewo second na no ye ba ko wo epoye mantem mo empanifo say no beboa pa na no nso na ebinom nso ye nchechemu say na covid ba ye kura no sika bia mfi ba bia meboa obi a but Ghana ban to me ginaye ema wonya sika de bo covid ho bra eti sempanifo pese omoji levi omdo mo hwesonye na mom samode nchemu bi be bata ho say say 11 ni ho a ye nya sika mo Ghana ho bra na ne na eno no anansesem be no eno so ye binum agwenche democracy nti sa agwenche nyina ho akwanya ewo ho sei ye ma no da so awo suku mu enen nan so se nura krache ba ko frefi buno ho ba bi o se meti hai ne baba ye o 17 years makoja no KNUS no ho a so frame na so se dai mi wo hostel o mi wo school mo na se oni ho a me ye den na me hu yitak for so che se abani o madi no nyonyo na che enti this time they no more omo so ani abre eno so onsem ewo ho 0302211701 0302211702 Mr. Frame na yenni nkomo yanwenwe Ghana ho kakra na afei mefa kase bono so ensomo. Hello Evans.
Hello
Evans Mache.
About the say we quiet.
Yo say be quiet for what to say.
About nyame adom bi aho ye.
Ye de nyame ase Evans pacha o metie o.
na din kire kakra fa yile bi ne mu no ye say the discount you let me be more man home na nkonfo agye a wo kire fa yile bi ne mu ye say ever say obi amamtika ala me sende o mumu akomo obi ne letini a ya kwa ji tinu enkai na say bit men ki ni to say pa ana boa ni fi tenkai Yamla for half a century if you enter so, and a bit of Yahoo missing your hand and no more to
sure.
My son could be able to so I have a passport. Passport. Mamma, Papa, let's say a passport, you know, why you know, that is your 32 pages and 48 pages. I'm off why you're 32 pages in your question book and after you maybe you are printing or Ghana higher channel. Passport and a minor printed. Up to say make a you the island ready at some more with the passport and 32 pages in Asa. It's in the Seramohana can watch my wife.
Okay, yeah, Tiasenti, Penifoni, you my farm where passport war memono, and ye Mosempa. Na 32 pages, so be crop passport no ye crop fanko baby ada. Obi so crowd, yeah, on you be a tie to coins and think KBA, we will be our tie to coin or tie request for. You renew one na nka no age sa do draw pages na enya page ni bi dia print bia wo bi foforo ana me na me che madwen well democracy nte bia me so ma che madwen hello
yeah
many abema
yeah ofie ni so home
ofie so home for what to say
Yehowa adom
da Yehowa say nya me adom so me ho ye pa
wonder juma po de boa o man ko Ghana
da say
na no pay na me kan say Ghana for you love asema abey me give you say Ghana ye sika e de say o man no you quite say ni say ye share ye eto a ye je wo man mu ha no ma e de me say na perfo church no it ya say wo mpa de ti a no mu yi aye to live e de fi no share so bi fi e ko fodua no ko samanka sia o nchato so bi fi e ko fodua na se you find say okko be to say bia as say wa onchato be to say say you level ya o mo dia be o do na na yisu for na ye sabio ye sika dey o so de ma aye foreigners bia wo mo disika na sabio nya ho fa so na next wa pehina ba na o se wa twene ho say dey fa ho na se betime na bia ka e dey aboa ma o man na kwani ma it me say me dey twa mo no na ye nia no mo bia na nka o ma wie school graduate no mun near Jumaye.
Okay.
So on my you know your bay or 5 quenches so yeah day eddie created maybe eddie mawo.
Okay, that's it. Well, and also the no patch also the say hello Daniel.
Hello.
I see a doy.
Mini aba.
Frank, me ya cho Daniel no pay.
Madam the Michael.
Ayo, Michael asie do bo fom ba cho yete wa no peye.
Yo, na me tia tie fo ni arefo nyina.
Amajo so that.
Na me tia the crew for so a amuso e monitor tehwi. O ba tehwi be kwa ya, abu TV de entimu jayo.
Ye da mase do.
Tia ya hemfo ne, ya hema no nyina ko adom TV de.
Ye da mase.
He left here some na mpese me kaka kre.
E kwan da ho mini abema.
Me sre Ghana ban. Em se amamuo die e yamanfo no e na di tumi ma wo se di ye nim kan. Na ye ntoto ye mai ko so bia ntimi me ye leader. Dije se yin pa ba kum ye nim ye se di no mo hwe etoto niema. Ade a aban de bai. Ti mamufo se ye mpe. Se ba se ye nya ho referendum ye nto so aba. Eka ban be hu say ade o de ba no amanfo ne mpe.
Okay.
There were different alternatives bebre wo ho amini aba. Ye betimi age amanfo adwen kire professors ne mpanfo bebre o betimi ade adwen kire bi aba. Emfa yi 11 hu ebe mo man na tumpo.
Okay, so alternative no ho mini aba me. Michael sa alternative no ye fa ne se mpanfo adwen ma so o ma ye ba ko. Wo mo de o mo hwe o mo tie na nka bia wo mo ko cabinet ho a na o makobobo ho.
Cabinet meeting no. And so nipa dum kron ne kwatara ho apɛ no mafom adwe o. E woten ko bia ko ni area ne sector. No ko ti adwen kyerɛ no de kɔ.
Okay.
Ade na wo de ba no me ha ne sɛ ti mamufo ne sɛ yɛmpɛ.
Okay.
Yɛmpɛ a twa so.
Mate.
Ji adwenkyerɛ ɔmo ade adwenkyerɛ bɛba a ebetumi ebu ɔman no yi.
Yeah, that's say mini abema Michael and opay obofo yeah that's say also do dear abayemfa Simon. Hey, hello Simon Petro.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Pacha pomwe.
Pacha mo ya pa.
And yesu ho te say Simon Petro de oni yesu ne namo.
Yeah, me ni yesu ne na.
De yesu ho ye de.
Nti ana pa ya sara na ye jobia.
Mo yeah that's say. Yeah that's Pacha yenti we.
Pacha ya friend bro Simon friend of Navrongo.
Okay, Navrongo, ye chia Navrongo for.
Yo. Pacha you live in there anke ye pa because we should Ghana ha. Aban adwuma fon ko an etua tax. Ya wo missing for ya wo carpenter for ya wo ankran o mi ye omo kasa adwuma a o montua to bia. But bia use phone.
Okay.
Nti ya mu bi no ho ye ankasa adwuma ya nyes ka kura chan aban adwuma ya fo.
Nde no kura
antua tax bia. But dan a oji sika odi bi be ma onua o be mane bi nti ya be tax ne kakra kakra wo ya abo o man
ati asesi mo
dia ba ko ma hu ne se Ghana fo yesuro to
yesuro to tua o
ya pe adwuma ya pe rose ya pe nema bebre
ye ntia to nso a ye ntumi nye me da asesi mo me chia Navrongo fo nyina enti me de ofreno si hanum sei se na be ya menya kwanya de no si akase no so etumi asom nti mo amofra ye nyina mo consent no empenifo hwa Adom TV bedwam dwumade mi gide se wo mo ate no asopem se yenye referendum se ye pe se ye mpe se esododo ye percentage no ana se eye ho na aye se de be betumi age obiaa bi because the tobu training in Potamu no wono ofa ne hudi ba obi akura phone yi de na ye de age obiaa obiaa ntumi mfa ne hudi mfiri ho. Well, Ghana for na akasa no, Ghana for binom, and akasa no, no siabo pacho medicasi no, sumo. So na de obeto wombi ene se aban asan nhyiamu de tosomie no e wo second year no wato ye mantem efa e-levy se ne omanfo ebete ase e wo ho no na kakum dompanifo nso na ka kire Cape Coast Mayor se anano ayi chip compound bi no mbesi ho medisima no kakra e kenkan ama sebedwam kase medinde ma mechira Diamond memoache afei ensem no enie sane be ya o manfo a wo munwenwi kakra edefa e-levy no ho na won hyeda nso ne ho ntiase papanti enhyiamu bi akoso de ofre ne town hall meeting no e wo second year no e ya atoye mantam no ahenkro ama o manfo nkyerɛkyerɛ e de adwuma e wo manyim
approve budget ya approve estimates ya pass appropriation the enabling legislation Obama finance minister walk out the way to raise revenue. Now I expend them expenditure items a parliament will approve no. It was one approve. It is important that be me no. Ma me pede 9 ya want to say there. Ghana no can call numpuntu ojine 9 in same.
Sika ne ye regional. Ye woni senti na no mfa so obebra ayena Ghana fo. Ncha me onu nti no ma mu hu de. E-levy na aban odreba no. Onye kakai. Oyada oreba magana wetumpon na yen western regions ya ide ye nya ne chefa
en 2020 mu no na se wo mo awie ni nti wo mo dan de amakro no na nka obi ntiapo a ode nani a kire ho no besi ne won baje won din fa ho wie ye no wo mo agya ho omo mpesa enti meyon hwe na o mebie se ne be ya obi ho fa na obetumi di nani a kire ho akohwe na pomuden ho nsem
ekrokro so bebre a wo be ho se ebi mu wo a wo ye imobroafo yes wo ba health insurance omo kasa no ma ye fro omo indigent for no na e kire se omo ye omo a e be ye ana omo be renew omo health insurance no se e ba ni se ewu a enti afi bia no ye ni Cape Coast health insurance mpemfo no aye nhihye because ye social welfare for ye call edit ye ta call ekrokro na ya identify omo
e wo ha na obi aba
meba yal ma offer say yal meba dam sort of thing but ebe hwehwe mu no chede what card na wo ye no one register ebi so wo ha oni health insurance ebi wo ma one renew na ade since within a week ambaka wa almost about 400 Ghana cedis they support from 400 Ghana cedis now within the hospital bill what the ba na intervention say ye wo hospital get intervention na metro or also
cheap compound what's the man with human resource capacity, doctors, nurses, and all that, and then with equipment, logistics. No what to operate. When the man, it's Friday or handover, and able challenges are had the phone was over. Mobile to my and a mother, and you're able to raise an atom. Advocate my abandoned tomb will show one of you. They will to fix all these, some of the challenges are. Over difficulty.
Uko ekrokrosu bebre a wo be won se ebi mu wo wa omo ye
Mrasebedwane de mo manfo a ewo Northton nya hweye na enipa bi a ye a omo hihye ku na ku no nso tirimupo no tumi bam no asotwe a wode ma wom no omo nyirim fi se na anu de ye asisisi asotwe a ye omo de ma wom no em se emu ofu enti ade chimbia no na ebi no mo sususu se won be ye ku no bi eba no sa emwa.
That democracy is sick across the world. There is general convergence that Africa's situation, African Center for Strategic Studies has observed that since 2015, leaders of 13 African countries have, quote, evaded or overseen the further weakening of term limit restrictions that have been in place, unquote. In addition, many elections on the continent have not been free, fair, and credible. A careful study of the Ibrahim Index of African Governance, published by the Mo Ibrahim Foundation, reveals how poorly many African countries, especially those affected by coups, are faring.
Officers of the military, for a military person to take advantage of the situation and venture into the seat of government and sack government. The economy and the political system, the unfolding events after the coup often abuse the system, destroys the system, and are even worse than the situation they come to meet. And so essentially, as the speaker, the mover of the maker of the statement has identified the states, the spread, the esprit de corps that exists in the system is also completely destroyed.
Kwanchafo a ono no da Ghana Post ejimekuo na no ene bias osai kufo ena wosre Ghana fo se dibra mpanifo edi ahye nensei se Ghana fo antai na chi a bibie ne ho betumi aye kwama Ghana Post ejuma no akonkan.
Ghana Post ejuma no ne da ubo ekofo enti be bi o ho a ohwe post office ne place wa ebi no mo bi so post office ne kwa eni ejuma eso ya na ye post office a ebe ye wanika ebe ye wakono sebe o ade bi da fie da bia unu no all of a sudden be ba we dware wa fra ne ho ye wa fantum tuma pe fra all of na ho kika na kokan a ebe mo agba pin ho se wo ko hede na unra mu so aya yes se unra post office a wo be pia wanika because ye the nyoma ebe mo wani aka post office ye the e-services a eni unra post office a betumi akofele passport form betumi akofele visa form sanyoma eni na bi obewura post office mu no wetumi mu se post office a mewura mu die eni e ya be post office na nyoma nyama ya nanka sebi e pese me ya e bi kura nka metu kwan na makwa akọ enu ni ase obetu kwan.
Bese abosumi kakrani ena tobuta hodo ewo omemu no empanifo ebra eho adwumaye nanso emfa ho ene sa no mamprosi mpotamo na si atobutu no de adwadifu a na omotane zo onyaye
close here na aha pa because aha kuromo ha edwani ho aha na eya kakara ya ne yamba ye didi na oba be close to no nti sa ha na eye problem na
81st na mo ba na ete sen ne se
na ye ton kakara because na ka na ejina se ka na ejina bi e ba ya na eko obi wa onim saka efa obi wa onim saka ba we no kwani obi hu se ka jira ha no obefa ha nti unim tama sa ka no so bai sa nti na sa accident no
na dia ye die gisanyame wono nenim ade a wode beye na na amaye efise usori a enye da bia na wukunu betimi anye chok money amaw na wanye bia dina wodi ama nkwala no aha nso se accident wo hapa to bridge na eni honu tira na nanso na ama sa problem ni na aka no so ban pakal ban yisba ma da ba ma ba bahar pa amma ni ma na gata nan da bela le bi ma shi laban le ka mamba to zo ban yisla to ma kati yin na ma dala lankani kan to yinan shi nun wahala ta yisi kaso bu alalla kama amin ka tanana ka taminta bima ka tajira ka lihir bashiku
comfort feba na wo mogina ehyen no aye mo hwehwemu no ene se ehyen bi twifa ne so ame no ka sei comfort wa hwere ne nkwa eno ti posi adwumako no akọ na busua na so akọka ache won se eyie ne ho ka ene hyehyeye bia no posi adwumako no afa
me ware no last year in masama ana me wo anopai ndro akọ adwuma ka chem se anopa me ko adwuma me ntwa no manembra ansa mako na me se mate ndi ma sorry ma twenya ono so embo 4:30 na papa na 5 omba tin wo na my be frame wo my wife be ciao wo me phone so ha ben fan sending me say Adom
asa no posi adwumayeko no etu nipa ma womo eko posi ni comfort efie
asuma adwo so kojinjine ekonwa busuafo no seneba onti e ka se sia bora for original commander so ne nkofo ebigo mo do jinjine na sene sister odika ne kan no adwuma we ne de eyowo ana na enye police adwuma nko adwuma bia na damanyame but the twaso ne say it says owu adwuma no mu timo police for be found bia aye hu bia se ne fata se ne se na dia be mu aso ko ka che epayini no so adin bi ewu mu aso ya obaye isabeka na misaka odwe mai
woni nyina mu no posi adwumayeko no a psychologist ya woni comfort ekunu yeboa ebedi nkita ho sebeyi a obeye ne moa na masem kase se yeti sei no anha no
bro etikoso ahwa Adom TV bejom dwumadi efise ye wadzo ye medindi ma mechra diamond memo ache edase
we can see so na yenko hwensen foforo mo Black Star Sports Stadium ya twere koma caf de caf de ba ne se omompene na empene chena Cape Coast wa na ebebo no emu nhyemu ne
eku omo ye hwe bibi ma bo so caf abon krata tententen e de ama GF eku ni se omade sere ya omade betu omanim na wo twetwa mu no omabagu na de GF fo no hwe ni mu ni se World Cup playoff ya omotena fie atonsa de afre Nigeria no enka omo hwemu ye ma omo na kumase baba yara ago prama no ohono mu sia kan no Cape Coast agropama no e na wo caf nkrata mu a no obi ahwe ni mu se nka Black Stars ne Nigeria kansie no e ba so na so National Sports Authority se me na no ka kire GF se won ko achi caf anya ntumu nti Cape Coast agropama e won nkrata mu dada no e ho na GF ko no basanda na ni ahwa omo Nigeria playoff akansie dikan no yede be bani wo ho
ego so wo Black Stars nsemo na ye ko hwe se ne coach ne won sama asiete wan na ba Chris Hilton and I say to Adom me no ka say the Football Association president and nipa bi e ka ne ho wo Germany omni to Adom kasa na face Chris Hilton so Ghana ha wo champagne fu a wa ban mu nti na something which is there bad and can say so to Adom say
mna tenanim e wo playoff a Nigeria be bomu en afia kense bia no GF ko iguso o mo hwehwe bi enamba miensani GF president ene afoforo ka ho de omani a kire Germany a omani owura ne dia de otuado eko kasa enti e ba ne se Borussia Dortmund poboku a otuado e adwuma de ma wo mo no omaji atumu se GF ko waji na waba beye e ho mi se owura ne dia de Chris Hilton o my Ghana mu a dodo na de o nsa atrend so se ono no fata adwuma yi na se GF ko ne se o nte se odogo bi nu abe owura otuado wa no mo hwe ni mu so ono mefa adwuma yi enu nti ono mo tena wiem hyemu a amakopie Germany montene so sɛ na wɔtwe nkwa wie no na otado wagye atomu so no na be Black Stars coach foforo training foforo
Jifas Mesha or yes ya konkon ne nsam na de ebra won pacho obegina onan so se be ma Jifas Mesha oba white ne be kwa Jifas Mesha ene de nsam na de ebra yen call club news kakra na yen hwe metema kuma se asante kotoko wo mo akache wo CEO na ya wamponsan de stadium no de to club no supporters anim say obi anfa ne hunji mu bi na club no nyina nan so san se ka ma club no mu a club no players akase na no mbetonton e de ahwe club no
we say nye yakuma mu support team no kwa we mu a nyam support in both in good times and in difficult times, so we need to really show our support because because we want to have clear minds, we want to have peace of mind, we want to have covering from you, the supporters, to forge ahead. This year, not someone in my little time. Because in terms of sponsorship, and yes, sir, we will be forced to be selling our prized assets. Many a times I read comments, oh, team will say keeping in 3 years, they say keep it together for 2 years, they say keep it together for 2 years, 3 years, near Africa, conquer Africa. We cannot go and conquer Africa. Enough revenue to bring in proper replacements. We cannot do that. See, per se, Africa, but listen, a team like Al Ahly, final example, it will pretty an $89 million budget a year. If I had 5% of Al Ahly's budget to run Kotoko, this management to compete with Al Ahly to run Kotoko will compete favorably. You don't even need 10% of their budget, just 5% a year. But now we are operating around 1%. You can imagine, we are operating around 1% of Al Ahly's budget, yet we are expected to compete with them and beat them. We can occasionally, but it will be consistent. Then we need to work harder. The reason why the key is with the supporters, the key is with the masses. Intino management, the fabulous census, ID and ABBA, together with NCC and other supporters groups, we want to launch fabulous census. But the fear of management, any Miami fear is that we're engaging sponsors and we're engaging project financiers to put in money, huge sums of money, because to register people is not an easy thing. Online, quite easy, but there's manual registration and all manner of, capital expenditure to be made. So if you convince people to put in this money, and in the end, the response is going to be like we are seeing at the stadium, we are seeing virtual theater, then there is a challenge.
Yes, Nana Yamponsano, no one see Odima Kotoko, na Yanko, Omuana Mashedu Ketekana, no Macras of Fuku, na Sulali Muntari, Wabipimu 1 year and run near Kohe training grounds and Yasam Ketwa, Urinu Apeti, Urino Nitia Pimuni and the Amabose, Nasulena.
From Sunday, any great Olympics, it's a game. And the player is available for selection as well. As to the minute you play, or whether you play or you not play, that's a technical decision. But based on say, I can say that went off very well. Tomorrow they'll go for training, continue again up to Saturday before the game on Sunday. Senior Messenger has to support us. Who are training ground, but the other will be at that for stadium. He doesn't decide the games he will play. Or whether he will start from bench or whether he will be substituted. That is not his decision. His decision is to train, play the games as said by the coach.
Antiquasi de Beko Herde Sule, Ejinimwaya, Wakra Sports Stadium, Yangina Sunana, Payam Fancy, and Samiana Dosso, there's a Fata Saltina, GFAS mixture, then 1xbet.com, the Sia Concoma. Yeti Brewo, Sergio Manucho, Bana Padibotre, and producers, and of course, Image Wear and a Shema Tadie, and Anopai, Kejuana Kasani, Erica Sidu, Bodikoswa, Eshebidrim Adom TV. So.
Okay, enti matrasi we fisem komo twetwe so ye ba be din komo e de afa ya pomode honsem enne ye he fibroid ye ka fibroid a na ye te se e ma no asem na ye ka but be ma no so fa mo ho de kire se one ho a e fa ho because de be ye no bia no one nete no nko ade ho frama no e bi be ka ho enti na te se e ma na ye be to won ye frum mo mo tete de na so e fa obi a ho enti ye nkomo a ye di the person me chere say bi wani bi waso na bi kura na de wonte dafa ho ne e na obetime ne Dr. Isaac Isaac from Pong na eba be disa enkomo Star Clinic na owo Dr. Mpacha Akwaba
mejo so ema
na pomwe
obadia
Star Clinic fo nyina ho te sen
obia ho
ye danyame ase fibroid ne de ye na ho se ma no ye fu na ye kese wo bra ye nyimo ene hu se nya fibroid sam pempenso no ye nya fibroid
enya sa abre no
na se ebre ben ya
fibroid ya re ne de betimi aba bribia
etimi ba bribia
etimi ba bribia
oh okay nti se me ti ho ya me se me ye fo nya kese emi so amenyimo yi enso na bia wo ho
obi betimi anya fibroid enso na ne funya ne ye wo ne types ahodo bebre
okay
and odie no ne kese no ene be kire how a be ma uterus no aye bulky
okay
uterus ne start say aye bulky ene hu so fu aye kese no nti se bia de we develop ne ye keto amayoma bia ebe den se ofu be kese
okay
nti se eye kese momu a ene be ma ofu na potrudi na wo hu se wanye fro because obi fibroid dey single lesion obi dey multiple obi obetwa scan no na fibroid be 6 3 4
na egunemu
obi dey 13 15
o say fibroid no aye atete say na 30
me de nsa ye adwumaden na bibia fifi ne nsam say fifi chichi no saa na fibroid ne tie nti ye awode no honam no mu no ena overgrow abnormally ena tumor bia betua ho na enyini nti fibroid tumor
oh okay fibroid ye tumor
tumor enya blood said na ebi mu kan say fibroid ye moja nti ye be mo wadro na anan ne ade na enu nti na wo ma use shrinking method ye be mo wadro na anan no omutimi ye treatment nda so enane tumor
anope wo bie ye ni enti se obi catcher say me wo fibroid edro wonu mo ebe nane na wabu nsa na ne nyina abese a oboa
no krebia ni because bebre na no e de ahye wontim end amma amese no eno ena boaboa no na adane clot na adane fibroid but a misconception no krebia anim sa ya wode no honam no abia nti se ye obi surgery na ye ne fire anim sa flesh ya wode no honam no abia
okay
nti far from being blood
nti no de aya na ya dweye se kane na mebu mi nsa ananso se mebu anansa afa kura de mi hu se ba kokoko bi ne moje
na de ma fibroid na ankasa ba no research improve but factors bi a eboama fibroid ni nyini eno ye oba wo estrogen no progesterone eno ye wo nkwamo na regulate oba wat ena fibroid ne say ye mayoma keto abi mpa fibroid ne so ai friend mayoma
okay
mayoma keto abi mpa esan say hormones na bro so nti no ebenyini tentem sisia and hormones na ye responsible for oba so bebu nse yi
okay
eno na ye responsible so oba betimi anyinsan nti eno kro na no enya bro so a onse bo betimi asesa ena eno anse de bro so a fibroid nya kwan enyini bebre the symptoms ni nyina no ekọ around o estrogen no progesterone o hormones na regulate sa ade no because our hormones na be ma wabobo no for asoba
okay
and be ma no be ma edi nhyiamu a watede na say because of fibroid nti obi ne
ye ne ya ade bi enyi wo ba bi e fa nya hwe nti ne brother ko ho ana chese odi agi sanso senka sa adwuma ne yenka agi
wa o no ho kan ya tena na first no per sex all right but say on per sex because you be trust can aye labs bi num ne ade ne ba be say
bibia
na problem
why are dem pacho camera ne ka sa asemi kire wa onua mema no
because be ma worry o ye first na sex biom and only ne yakura ompene meaning say problem bi ho because so oba develop this fibroid tibia so oni ni hia ode na nka obete no enti akoba ne saa obeka se mere first no sex say di ompe enti eba ne saa bema wadaroma fa oyere ko hospital bi ana say ye checkups bi ana hwehwe ogani na omboa na hwehwe di enti asese oba na ninje sex hope na fi wahwe na waboa atreat amano na a condition sadia mema timinya prostate cancer na ye de catheter to ombe mu no saa na manso so timishia fibroid ana say awodie mu problems ahodo a ya na aka no
abusuafo yi titru ni menua no mema nei Dr. Isaac Frimpong na kasa no we wonyo ba nti ana say ukọ oyere ho a na otwetwe ne ho no and apart from akonhoma na asenso say wo mo senso say so ate no and apart from anano ntokwa bi no enu nti ukọ ne ho no a wo twetwe ne ho no aje ni bi ho aya na yare bebre na yare nti se wa onim se akonhoma no wo bo won so se wa fa chiro won fa chiro ba aya no kwa so onim ho hwe nenso no ahokeka na aya na ode ye no se ahokeka ne ntisa aya mfa na bufu bo so bi wa no ofa na se de na kakra na aje oyare nti mfa bufu doctor ne te ho no so oyere nsa na munko hu no na ebia na eye asem bi na aba nipadua no anasa na wode no ho nti na yedi sankomo we ewo efisem so nti nkomo ayedi wo hu se kwan be mu a memo akwanya no afre doctor se kwan kura memo obema on number ne na chi kwan because wa utimi hu se na nsen de bia sister ede ukọ ho ana oye ena ye me ya na ye aja fibroid na wo ka ho asemi wanyenya se nafu aye kese se nafu nye kese but ewonimu obede hu se menenam hoyi mafu so a esun fibroid na aye me ana yare foforo ana se mafu nsonso fibroid wo mi mu nipa ne be de hu
obinsa ka fibroid bia ye niema bia etimi dedi na niema me ba bubo so yi no obinso ho a onhu bi kra
okay enso na ewo ne mu
nti jese ono no we scan bi okotwa pelvic scan bi na ya hwe na wodie no mu ansa na ehu say abnormalities bi wo mu a
okay
ya boa solve na sometimes are mostly woman 4 to 7 days
okay
and then normal flow no
okay
woman your fibroids no bebre na no ya na 4 to 7 days no obe flow that pace no all right but flow no be very heavy
obe
bleed bebre within that period no obi so ho a 4 to 7 days na normal no obe timi bleed more than 1 week
and try
obi betimi bleed woman dia hair no that is last month ago na ono no the whole of the month ni nyina obleedi ayesa for 2 years itina ohuna wasleme bibia no mojadro bibia no mojadro entino fibroid ni timi ma won saafo no tai be ya anemic moja so taiwe enti ane ye one part of the symptoms ebiom fibroid betimi ama oba asoba no ebeta ya say miscarriages bebre na no fibroid na times
I see
ya na deba and because fibroid no ho na nipa ne hwehwe awo na onyanti no obetimi ateki seed oba ne teki seed acha 1 week na say obi wo ho a oteki seed acha 2 weeks na say na bi wo ho na adwempo nkoso say onyinsan sa abosome no o say o me sisi asa apa ho acha kakra
so na nka nyinsan ba ye
but essence nyinsan ene o de emma kwan kra ma nyinsan enti ye hwe symptoms yi de maka symptoms no ba mienu miensan bi de to so biom fibroid betimi ama oba o lower abdomen ha no ye kan oba lower abdomen a me kana yase efri ofunu ma ne kofom saa bia ye ho eko wachi nti ena otai be complain ni sisi so sisi ya
because e fa ne ha ko na chi
yes e ho na wo de ne da e betimi so agye oba no thigh pains
sa
betimi ama o sere mo
ya na sere mo ya
be ya wan hwe ya
wow
nti no eno so timi ja o sa ya mostly
enti obi yo oba na o hwe ye otai complain misrem
ana o sisi etimi fu sirem ba onan mu kra
sa eno na ba na sa o si obi a no mo ni ko ho ye upe nyinsen enti ube hu a o se apa ho be ye nansa ne na bi nti wani age ube hu na na otwemi enu ntam na otwe na aba o se ka we de pa ho enso asa aba nti se ebaye ba de ebaye na osi akwan bi o ye fibroid bi no hye ho nti sa osi akwan no nya wase sa osi akwan no nya o maame sa osi ewo mu
abi before your problem bi ene se nkankan ne se waware na wo mai
afi na wo mai
o de be hye fie fo sisia enso bia no mu ni ho hwe
wo yare
na o de na mpaebo ne ade enso mpaebo ho hia na mum enka wayare sa akwan we so a wo hwehwa wo na emma no dinkan ye checkups for opom dem ho
okay
letimiti ni pabia na sese aha na mapom din ni gina nti ube hu se problem nie ni a wodie no na sa afi okɔhwe fie fo de a
ene odi ko yo
ne wo mbet onye hwehwe mu bia awo na check kakra na ho kakra bia ebese nya ba ye be mana owie ye be mana twa scan ye be ba be hu se sa onyinsan na no wanye scan hu da se mpo onyinsan na ase
hono enuanom ma no fanye asemhia emema ne so mo ama no no mo fanya asemhia because at time for 11 na aba mebua ene te se nyinsan ne de ba yo
nya basa de o mo ne se oba bia no o menstruate 28 to 30 to 31 days it is obu nsa no 28 days aba 30 days aba 31 days aba na still o mu nsa biom a ebe se bibia ko ebe twa so nyinsa
enti odi beye akonche ne mpaebo se ne doctor kan na ehu hia akonche ne mpaebo ne hu diamond biebie mi mu na hwese mepese meye yi ehokrogen a obi a hyehyɛ baabi e friend of fibroid se fibros bia na che se eba ne sa na oda because se wa ma ehu ahia wa de bia bebregu de bia bebregu because ahode ne matwa emema ne de nyemma no o time mo bregu sade ginyinsen no se no so o time ne bregu a eno so wa na wo ha ho enti yema ye ni enko ye ni padua ho na entumi emwa ye be mo akwanya no na wa frɛ because bia ne nkomo a ye di sise o te baby o si 702 na fe frɛ yen na ye ni enkomo doctor wa ha na onyi anom emfa emma na afi do yi doctor ye twen afrɛfo no o kan bibi se fibroid na bi wo ho a etumi ma onyinsen ebi so etumi ma onyinsen na etumi ma onyinsen no eba no a oda oyem no ene fibroid no no so da oyem no
ni eba ye nyinsen no enda ye yefunu mu
okay
eda
awodie mu
okay awodie no ya yase ye yefunu na se fibroid no bebi eda no eyade a emma kwan ma fetus no mojatoa no akola ne na ho nyini a ene sey no obi o ho a ne fibroid da na awodie na ki no esoro ho saa
enti ono fibroid no baby opebi ofifi enti efa say fibroid to say ye mpacho baby e twa benu ansada ngo obi da on onye kura sini ba nya hwe ye kura se forma ni yemi enti ene se de
mbeke ye twa bi da ho da de
wo se twa bi da na fififa enti sa na fibroid na koye anti fibroid no ono baby a wo benyinsa afa wa wo de da no wotimi koda na chi otumi koda ne nchemu otumi koda na se ana otumi koda baby akwala no kra be da wo awodi nim te ono baby opebia no aje ho aboso anti eno no na so koda be na ewo wo ho a eno so otumi nyem no otumi nyem ama wo na ewo wo ho sa enye baby no hwe enye opemfo no so na eno no meba no eya no ma yefo frefo e ho ne hia me pa hello boko na o kan ntem so do how you be ho
Oh, how is it? You're not in the survey. So we are family planning. Maybe say women treat about normal days. Okay. Our days about normal days. So most try to be 2 weeks.
Pacho can be you.
But I say,
if one pacho can was no be also we are family planning a day.
So family planning. Maybe a it may not maybe say. Me message net me ba normal days pepe almost at me ba 2 weeks and no fibroid maybe and I say family planning na
okay pacho you doctor atenti ebrepem ye chikakra na ye ne na wo ka family planning no nye family planning fibroid no etimi wo ho so betimi anyinsen awo pepepe eno no wo ba wo akwala no hwenye no wo ba tan no so hwenye wo adentia
entia ne se nyinsen na ho nyini nti ebese no
okay
wo mo na wo tai nya miscarriages e wo kwan mu no na de obetimi ade awo ne de bebi eda no ne akola no nhye da ne ba minim se yebetimi akọ
Yvonne de no yenkoso
me responsible on the question no
yenkoso
me interested pa o say why family plan na de omune say causes ye kan ne ma symptoms are ma fibroids ba ne anya family planning per se ye wo kwan bebre ankofo fa so family planning e bi ti say emergency contraceptives no say ade say obroso nkwamo na regulate oba unsabo ni ade no e ma ne be broso based on family planning bi a waya na eni hodada no na say mboa o e ho nkohia say how and you know ade say oya family planning ni bi ana say onom emergency contraceptives bi a eboa mo ba wo
fertilizer guso
that's right
obenyin tentam from no wa say wo ho
that's right
okay enti sisters no a de bia mokoba na pills o se hwan no tablet na mo no pacho hwan na mum fibroid no se wo panie se family planning no bi e panie
bi so bi aye kwan bibiri ya fese obi ya okay obi nso be ye na ma no complications
okay yo enti Yvonne pacho mi jidi se what was in Bisano ano yenti the fact say umpese obewo bebere and abetete wa wontem na okay enti wonso betumi afre ye na ye yi was in Bisana no e the amount doc na o kasa ya courses no but Yvonne ama ye hu one of the courses no ni aka
awie no yo enuane bi nso wo ho a odi a eboa increase o estrogen levels
eduane a yedi ko yemu ye fa yenu yemre na yemre aduane ne so hello so Robert Frey fi
me free sahwibodi
edase achia sahwifo nyina Robert pacha doctor ti o
yo we de me mamomo ni adwuma
ye dase
ense nchecha doctor ye no me fisi sa problem bi wo me yere ho enti nka mepese menyi
okọ yire ho na ye eyeme ya agi o doctor wo ho ma no tu na waba no why
bibisa wo ho
mo ha ho nkasa kra na akokọ ntu bedwom doctor the number no be man to de koso a na hwe ento say ye bewie te shi hello oh ate komiso sample modern say obefre bio wate na onti na doctor te doctor na o kasa enuane ayedi eduane ayedi ko yemu yayi it my fibroid
ebi levels na fibroso ebi ya milk ya nyina enimi
oh okay
ebi nso se ye enkusua x ye ntra ne se ye nhwe bebi a yenya milk ne x if nse milk ye se ye nantwi a oba no a wo no fusuo ho eni benya fi
okay
kusua nso akokọ oba a woto
okay
and bebi asa aduane ni fi no
na wo so wo ma
estrogen levels na be bruso
Yeba, why? Yefa Dede we. Hello, Dede.
Hello.
Dede, now what to say?
Good morning.
Good morning, Dede.
But Shire. Omututun.
Shire, ayolo. Emma fibroid. O pepa.
Emma fibroid, pachayanta.
O pepa o.
Dabi nkrofo na madam funu na efe.
Yo, mate. Eda sese wa frama wadan fo no nti doctor be yi ano de amade dem pa cho me da se doctor ye di shira enya fibroid
no krebia ni
ni di shira ye
de ye drumpo
ba obi wo ho adakokra wa ne bia ne ho nto no
na oye ne bebre nso so e betimi aha
ade bisa no obi onyem na nka ye do no obi nyem na odi eye the fact say e do no kon wo say ne hwam no
ontai ni ni bebre dia but ho ko hia say obedi ni bebre ade bia ye ni bebre because ye de ye dro
okay
ye okwan bi e fa so ye de anu bi
okay
percentage bi
e
ka ho ye boa clot blood na stop blood
flow okay
and you know ye dro enti obenum ni bebre na obedi ni bebre a obe abuse no but no ankasa de entimi kofa fibroid bi amba
jo ene dede a wo frema wadam to say
Pachen Adam
ye de nyame ase pempacho doctor ti o
pacho for the past 6 years me ko we ye ba kola ni fimu no mo ye me DNC after that me mens me emba
pacho say edisen
pacho me ko we ye 6 years ni
6 years ni
Bacho you akola ni film.
Ene ye o DNC na akola ni film.
Yeah, wo ye mi DNC.
Okay. Eti dede 6 years ni no pa de ho ka no unni bi won.
Bacho.
Isa. Okay, bacho unti na doctor wa Hawaii.
Bacho ma.
Nti de fato so neti doctor. Gifty. Hello Gifty. Cho wo de ne ye ne we hia.
Bacho me de no you say 29 na o say me nyame menses. It's your call second February. And say because and so course this year I course fibroid media na say.
Okay, enti no so doctor ho. Yanko sunyane mra. Hello. Hello. Pacho mete won kana ho te sei.
Pacho nyame adumo na nso e.
Nyame adum me so me ho ye pa. Pacho doctor tie
na say ma ko check up akoye scan by CBPA enhame. Na nso last time bi na mi jare. Ti me force de me say ramu. Me hu sa say ade kete dindin bi wo ma wo die na no. Ti ene no den no achi no masai akucha scan na shebat.
So ni nyina say
Empressa.
Oh, kafra menuaba. Eti ode fato so doctor ebe chirima chewate. Na onsana udira ho ne de doctor from Paul kosua na de so doctor na oni hobi. Na akoye sama ho. But doctor ebe boa wo. Yentie na wo minsomra. Hello now.
Yeah.
Now mi mpacho what to say?
Nyankopon adom.
Ye da Nyankopon ase. Mpacho
mi pacho Nyankopon adom me ho ye.
Yentie we.
Me ho ye pa. Disagree me menses na ema bim. Na sisi a me use me na mu ye me yapa me nine. Because it is so much in ye bibia. So me sorry I mean to me fa me nine needs for. No me cause it is so much in ye bibia. Me menses na so ma.
No, what do you say?
Menya 46.
Now, fato so ene tie doctor, why?
Yo, match me
that's pa. Ye be fa afrefo ni bi oba doctor, em say ye obi CS na ne be free mu a ensasa ne menses baby won.
Mostly no ya na enye obia. And e be depend then ne course ya e ma nyinsan ne say ya ansa na ye no angle. Nti ho be hia ono no be hia more examinations ankasa. Be hia checkups ne scan ne ade. Ansa na yetimi ho ade crop potting. Emma ne menses no.
Na aya ade crop potting no doctors na ba
medically no. Enye obia na ne condition utimi catch straight.
Onye obia. Okay, because obi o ha okoken. Okofi okono maduru ahyew. Obi onso ha wanim ho na obewu ahyew. And aya te hu so mutimi kura shop.
Yo obi o ho nso so a.
Utimi
I was so
depending on say the nipa no.
Right.
Okay. Yate ase nti sa asem na abami no.
Okay.
Nti sa for no o say omuhia examination.
Omuhia examinations.
Oh, okay. Nti pa cho me nua ma na amofra ya mo situation no ye makowa wie 6 years achi online untimi face for mo menstruate mpo no atumi anyinsem bio no. Pa cho Dr. Frimpong say mohia Monkai me.
No,
ordinance share na sina no so ho asem.
So no ankasa gynecologist ankasa.
No den ye no
onye say horror ne mo bebe na ho bet. I may not know what actually an ensakokan.
Okay.
Okan ho asem.
So ho apapo bi sisibo.
Bi say bi ye nya scan bi.
Okay.
Me ba jaja say anase bi ya examine ne
na se ho
no scan report bi ana any report bi about that area no ansana etimi a confirm say bi treatment bi akekesa
jaisayo ebi kura na onsa so chen so on dem person ken na odo onsa akwahye hoyi ekwan kwadam a afi ukun kura beka se ofanati bi zukura onwa akona no wabeka service hu achiro se na sin wase ayeka
edina mzo we gynecologist
eso na wonko baby
ya doctor mu ya
so enu de jayo why enu so ankofa asemfufuru bia otu we kure bia na wakon homa ye odo sa korora ho sa na ochanko ekoka se hwa koye kese na
yensa nkasa no ye fa James bebre nti oba nsa abribia ya na obetim dia kona se at any point in time no de enko ye healthy
onsa ne honi twaka jaise ha okay nti ye de yenkomo na si on ba doctor obi o hokra na ebi opese ofre wentumi ba ebi nkomo ni bi won so ho aye se wankasa
doctor me no kese no 0249
0249
200
555 0249
yeah
Pacho Sisubi
0249 200 555
okay enti pacho frɛ doctor na ebia na eye wadwen sɛ wenya fibroid ebi nso a doctor bia ka cho sɛ wenya fibroid ebi nso a de omanfo tetetete na ne omanfo keka wafa bia ma eye wadwen sɛ ma na nya wadwen ehun anim difo be chofa ka ho ne ko
020 777 3993
okay
020 777 3993 ubi say ye chia kwan your branches no do so kakra ebi wo Sunyane
okay
ebi wo Doma Hinkro
okay
ebi wo Japekrum
okay
Jamai South na ebi so waka so a Akwele Otasiti hwa
enti baby e ben wo no ofre doctor na de wani akire ho na efa fibroid ho nsem de watumi aboa ansan na wakobo onsenom no umaame no papa no ma nyame ma omunyi nche bayi beba multimedia group ajumeko no ena ede ema ene se eda etoso na we no ya ntwen ma na nhwe na enuru ho na eno so nkofa asam fufuro bi ama enti multimedia adwene wo ho se we ye obai kura de bia wo hwe Adom TV ni ye nuanom nkaye no ye ba be ma o voucher bia etise ticket o de be kwa ya sabia na ne ewunufu ye akwa kohwehwe mu ama kama so ho enya betomu a na oni aba ho so ntem enya meto mu so a na ne waye ho ahweye enti we no kwan abefa so a wonsa beka bi no ene se ye dwumadi ahodo so wo frɛ na ye chew bi ye kan se voucher ye de be ma no efisa abre yakosi April busumi no ne bewu na mmom de me ne wo de anka menye bi de a me ma February no kra wo mpa mu no wawu ena March aba na April aba nti we ya asemode a kwanya abefa so a obenya bi no se obehwe Adom TV obetie Adom FM ye nuanom Hit FM obetie won Asempa FM Adom FM Joy FM Joy TV tese ye nuanom nyina ye kabo ye multimedia no obehwe edwumadie no atie edwumadie bi ana wote be ye na wanya sa voucher yi bi nti we asemoda me wo anopai edema won wadi frisia aduanan ekọ ene ka ho bi nti we oba na wadi from 40 years ekwa ona wo sa akwanya we nti multimedia adwumakuo ye damaseda mo yenpenifo nso asesem adwen ema ho sa na ye ka ne sa wie na fe ye hwe dompe ne ho nsem Ghana ha nso ye ka dompe ho nsem a o sign ba he ba ho a ne aka no de mede minim nti ba he ba ena Sadek wo menchen a ye ba bedi enkamwe Sadek Abubakar apom Yankopado wo nompe mu ye because so kasama ba he ba fo a wo mu ye nompe eho adwuma enti ye hwe ye ne den
okay you say ye de enchia kese be ma Adom TV ahwefo nyina ye tie ne say ba he ba de o kan nompe mu hasem de na che e ade a yedi mu akotini yi pa ninti na de bia me kan say heba center say o memo emienu pe ba heba ene ne aka
yo
se wo ohaw bi e wo dompem se emfa ho ne se ne ehaw ne ti bia se wo nam na abu se onsem na abu ana se bia na wusi ho ena wansi ho yi ena onan ne fechire ana se bibi sa eno e so ba bipie mo ba heba na emom no obi ana obi pentem api enti obepese obi hu ya kira kwan ne ba bia ye numbers ne ho nkro ne ba se ne bia e kire no betimi afra na o ne ye di ho nkomo 244 988 004 anase 0244 083 482 0244 083 482 when number side dijuma enkra ha yewo lashibi sebia fitema ashaman klagon ene ho bebia neba and obesi wo lashibi community 16 junction osi 16 junction na fa kwan so street ereba BP mo Bao City Hotel ofi Bao City Hotel a next junction me matone di Ban junction and I'm say ho na signboard kakra no yere esi na wama na afa signboard na say na ko Spinters akache meeting is obesi wo community 18 junction Spinters road usi wo 18 junction a taxi rank bi o kache om say baba heba om de ba BPM ewe ase o ana say bi mpo a na wa ukra oka ana pese o nanti mpo a udu 18 junction akọ wenim kakra baka ko piem o ba bi e fra ho asore down ICGC Calvary Temple no asore da ide ahwew na ohaw bi e wo su bia no also wafa ontuma pefra sene de bia e kan se ba heba de ba bia ensese we ba ho na san de o yade akofie bi enam se one touch o ba ho a ade bia de o ba ho no ade a we san akofie na chese sa ya de na ide afi so enti se bia o san ba ho bi ma na ade foforo na de o ba eni nti no ba heba ide ato ye ho so se ade bia na se yade bia ye o haw bia e wo ni pedie ma ba bi pi mo ye ho ne de ade a obenya wayaresa e wo yase o enye no mpenkwa na ye ho adwuma obi o wa na wanya fibroid didi dwuma e wo yase o enam se yana nanum tana asase so na ahaban enom didi dwuma e wo mase o sabre na na nya hospitals mpokura na ahaban enom didi dwuma e wo mase enti yeso sa ahaban mano anase sa enim die na obode ya yakopon ededom ye no eno ana de sa yade e wo yase o enti se bia wutie me ana wo hwɛ me no wanya fibroid a enko operation and I'm said the likelihood say ade no be san ba bi no high and enti no bra be people ba he ba yase o se ne be ya bia ade a wo he ne but e bia na wo de ne na ho ade enti unim be me bia obi won yenya wo se be ma de a he ne no wo bi but obi wo ane de da ne ho ade entem e bi wa na ba be piwe mu wo nso ana ne de piwe ne ntohwem na e bitimi ye kasia se onam krum kra na koda kra jidi se bia omo bolo omo bokra da ba shwatadi I see sanso be e de how ne be nantie kra be yedin nantie kra be yedin unzo untimi nhye hentade ye hye because wankasa no onam wo no wani mai bi no da e kase da wo so obi wo sa te bia na obaba heba ye nye operation o mode haban na ebejo no ebe chese ebe na na afri ni pedie ni mama also afantuma fefra because saya de ni na ya ni guase ya de because eba ne sen na wo nante na like e say de bia wo share entade bi je la bi no akata wani de bia na because wo share santa de so be sha consider be pa cho tie no ne fo wani e cho ne tituru de abedemu abe kese no so ahwe ya yire be kwa jawo meka bibia tu fashion abasu untimi fa ho nyim tre nante akura be bi de bi obi hye wa na obi sa ada wapira ada de bia na pompa abo bibi hawo and I untimi nko nhyiamu de bi ase and I'm say comfortable kra because hebi obi akọ nhyiamu de bi now like outfit crowds or sheno because of sa issue na o nti enya de abeti mare so kra de enye ukoko so no aka say bia wa sha ta de kra de akata so ba ne no fudo so de o yeden obenya ne ho atade ne ni crazy abo ba hoide maza unya ho atade e wa basem kase so pa no pe yo ba cho so unimu bi anase wankasa wo sa ta bia na me so ba heba numbers ne go screen so no mema nso a omayemre wompem se bia obi ho anu ayemre wompem eno so ba BP mo ba heba haba ndro na ne didi dwuma e wo yase o eno nso ye behwe ama wasan aba omema yembi eni nti no how bia he ni pedia ne bia de also ba BP mo ba heba e bia ne yentimi amba ya de so obi ho ana kompo eno nso e ya de eno so ha de friend go itai ah e no minimum kase yes obia wababa heba bia nim se kana se bi o de component buy na se ya de bia mabobo su bia ni pa na buy ase obia odim se e ho adwuma e na afi nso enya de abesan kofia ade na ade buy no unya e ho anu yie oba bi pimo ba heba nkwa de e anu yie ho ani nti na de bia e tete se nkrofo se enya se bia be frɛ na ma ne keke de akiri na bra be pimo ya se o enam se oba be pimo ho a ena ye the best testimony the best testimony yes wa fa me share boss say enam yankopon timi mu ene ba heba so nti ade bia de ba be pimo ya se ho de ade a obesan kofi na che se wanya o solution ama also wafa ontuma pefra enti say ye ya DV how ni pedia na de so ba be pimo ya se o ade a yenye e ho ene se bia wani yo ya eno yense ni ya de ho okay ene bia o sen eno so yensasa ya de no ne mum no I know kodanche ade bi he ni pedia ne de so ba be pimo ba he ba ya se afen so ejuma efiti adwada ekokopem da memeda anopa no nson kopem anumre no no yesan wo kan sen admissions ye je to ha ye roberto and I'm say male and female was ho aven so bi won so am person ne amanfo beda bom open no kwan VIP privacy and so wo bi won so e obi ho okay and nti na say ba he ba is a whole clinic altogether nti no so ba be pimo ho ade bi e ha wa na say ade ai na de pomasi bre and then happen you Marsen so Marsen what on Swago Abaya Sabia Casio as you pay and it's your number 0244 988 004 where Accra number no see our Accra and put a minor number of free and at 0244 083 482 and no see Kumase and then put a number have a friend as a batch for her bar center there when you're when you know a bit.
Okay, Sadek Abubakar and Akade Yacho no to say Sabia Chohao, Compo How, and I said don't penny more bua, the day and Habanye Biano. Or do any chair by her bass? Yeah, we are the son, or I fame me so sa treme, me banny a dink come off fro. Afe yemfa givers nro no enso afisem komo twetwe so we no eyetiawa ememasam ebeboa koko no nso ebetu ase ewia na de panipa na wo malaria no enso apamo entonton no ekoni pedua nim nefa na anya sa nete aha ntimi so ye ni nkomo
idase mamema ahwefo nyina achie na anopai na memo mo akwaba emra givers industries me ba cho se me no hia wa Adom TV se ya na nya bone empanyin fo se bone kura yikuram nanso nyame adom ye de nya bone e asempa ene de nam na anopa ya sempa ye no ba be che nyina no e ya pomude ho sem ene ya no busa ye be yi wa no ya number ye 0543 222470 freyin na yankasa me ba cho ye wo question bi wo ho a bema oni oba edi agro wo mpam na obusa na pe na se wa lusu match no ene ne se oni oba edi agro wo mpam no process no obusa say are you enjoying
na wo bema na bisa
na wo bema na obusa oba na say are you enjoying it
yes I waiting
na che say wa ankasa wonim say adwuma na ye na nso ani ye mbusa ubo adwuma na oba na be sha say agige ho say oh sweetheart give it to me I like it I'm enjoying it the moment I will be busa oba so are you enjoying it na say utim no utim say adwuma na oye no enhyeda nso ani nti wo so kun say wo ye ni ya na
ba say obi onso on kan
o da bi
ba wa hwe ne
sister ye wade bo aponche wa won kasa kwa o ye mum kura be kasa
and your brothers muntie hey
so oba so na ko sen o si o na normal de na say enye oba ka cho so it wasn't bad na o na enye bad o normal na say wadwuma nwie peye
I see
me ba cho be ma bia utie me na no pay no bombody a percent do minu we
jo
me ba cho givers p capsules givers co capsules send do minu we wono mo a efi ne kro umbusa oba biom say did you enjoy it are you feeling it because o start ye na no na ono a ahase di hia wo odo me pede wo ye no koso aye ne sa ma me mani je ho pa ene obedi den sa ne ye no me ba cho ni givers p capsules p ni jina homa power
okay
ena ko no jina homa koko enduo mienu we de nti aye enduo mienu we nanti bom ni se be ma bia se wadwuma be so ani wo mpamu a udi kan yi kuro bia wo sisi mu free because adwuma no eye sisie adwuma o wan wo sisi ni nyina no na boa ma agro no ewie peye ba se kuro e wo sisi mu ade bia me ka se ye wrist ha no se ekuro wo ha untumi nya ni se sisi no so no sa na tie se kuro wo sisi mo untumi nwan un se agro we no enya one way se de bia fa kosa da bi e asesesem enti se kuro wo sisi mo asesem anya yie enti we no bekum kuro bia wo sisi mu na ya mama bia fu sisi mu na give speakers so no akoye bema ni ntini no hodwuma entini na ema bema no tumi ma ni mu so na eye den no entini ni bi wo ha emu asisi te basa moja ni ntumi ndi afrisani wo ntini no te basa bema ni tumi sore enso na nadwuma sem no e wo fom give sp ebeboa wo ebiem bema bi wo ha opeso sho ba nyensen nti otumi fa oba no anopa wi anwumre me pacho enya no na ma oba fa afuro oba ba nyensen a eyade ba akopɛ me pacho de efe no semen no ensuo na se bi bema na oba hia efi bema ase kogu oba ase no sa ensuo de efe no semen but emo bi wom ye from sperm samwa no ena omutu kosua na ma oba na ateki seed na oba na fa afuro ene se emwa no eso atia ene de efe no low sperm count no kope give sp eni konu nanom na ema mwa no ema nanom give sp ni konu na ne hunsuo no aye kama na api kama na ode abegu ase no oba oni be ma da ye nsori at once ema bebro ha emema na omoda be ma no hunsuo no sane gu na ase na wasɔre sɛ ɔkɔ akɔ wɔhye sister yi so pɛ sɛ ɔfa afuro wo so ɔkɔ akɔ wɔhye sperm no na de hi na betu nkosua no nti ema hyɛ no so be ma ne woda na pɛ sɛ ɔfa afuro a woni na wie no opɛ kora pagya na kɔ soro sei na bye bye villa na nsane sa nkɔ awode no na mo ane nset ntimi tu nkosua ebiem emema nso so amo ne ma hyia mu wie a hu sane wa na wo sɔre pɛntɛm akɔ adware no wonjaya woni so betima briu ama wabɔ hɔ pra yes na energy na adwuma no so sister
ye keka
na before beduru one no eti say de watum nika kokuma se aba na wotu betima tum nika ko se wompra enti tobo na settle na bibia anya okay ansa na wasɔre me pacho give us pin ko no eye man memaduru
okay
oba bi o ha oni feelings uso ni mukura on tehwe e na ni mikunu de ya so bi ni nua no oba yin so wa wo kasa asemi hu se ukunu so na oba afoforo gina ha na obu afu na nka unua be ma de na oba afoforo gina ha senka ya asem de enso so wa uni se nya unua be ma odwuma na enso ani ntina wa so ya so bi ni nua mesrew e ma nso numbi na mema nom ye nyina ye nom na eboa wo ye be ma na wuta hu se ase we so fa low sperm count fire driver for o mu twi trotro no
I see
trotro drivers no bu an engine she ni seat na sepe nti heat ni nyina na bowura ni srim bowura ni srim nti endu fi anwumre no saa da no ne yere ni ye bibi kra hwisi mo ni nyina agene nti mesrew o ye driver na o hwe ana se bia obi ti a catch driver ni se saa complain na de bi obo se o na me car no de bia ase heat no onom frama wo ho eni ti na na se mema mama hye boxer short bebre na miam na tight mo esa na ema sperm no weak
okay
be ma de ama ma honye free
be kai kura so asan ye fin
yes
ehye no so be na wo o so sati e car seat so a heat car na
ka ma no mo yom so me pe boxer short white obo a ontimi si enu antia etimi srew ko pegi vest speaker so na pegi vest ko no kabom na no na mo ko beko ayam tim ni bejai amama ni so me ka cho say se woni ti ahomache na oba ma da wo problem tem bia se eno no sori ansa na nipadua na sori de wo sori na oba ma da na che se wo hawo unya give us pin ko na ebeboa me ba cho your number is 0543 222 2 near me ensa na 470 number sin egu ase ho no 0543 222 470 me ko sra me bra pin Dr. Rai ewo techiman na me pie free dem ho pe mframa na hia me ne utum se awona anodin je basa na ye na nanom ne yenkokrafo yi ano mo complain na me sasabro yo me kotodwe yo me pacho adoni ni
okay
obi asasabro ha ne bia kopa give us aba me hyananom wona me ya ne nyina beja wona nte kakra na wabre wo ye adwumaden kakra na wabre wo kasa kra na wabre wadro ni malaria be kwa fatwa no koba bia otodu na kwaju sika Ghana fana babia pharmacy chemical herbal drugstore babia ye to aduro bia wo Ghana bia no kwa also pe givers ndo okone ka cho se givers na sa na mo maduro we ti se givers a ti asese nsa te nyina nyepe ntafo krampo no obi an ne hyebre nti men koto babia benya bi mano asi
yeda se de wan resi ya kan de ya tra no pe waje free counseling na free nana Romeo ho de na wonim no nyina no waboboso ede achro aya ebia na oye den a wadwuma ne se oye shenkani but mo ani na ho we no sisters no mo so to my brothers no ku ye driver ni a wo so to bi ma no because they all chey ono spam no one hour ba also te ho no mo wo twen se obenyem yenye ye ho aduru na na pacho ye da se abusi aye din komo no awie afisem komo twetwe so abawie ye pensem mu ene de so a eba wakwam midinde ma
Wait, I was sure my son that was a bit so I try one by Emirates see them person more bro a high Adom TV bedroom me didn't question sempa me tire mama o man ne kwabena sante wo hwe tuntuma e hye me ya na che se ade ato ne kakra and the Jefanko ene omo ye 1 week observation tie wi a ye nyina e be ko Madina na afei e ma busuafo ya akọ e ma mo hyeden nyame ne hene. Well, my big for I introduce you from the camp of the NDC, your national youth organizer, Giorgio Pariado Pablo, and your friend Pablo Mimakwaba, Bibi Abokodia. Wait, and nobody has NDC in your Mekoye.
I'm Adom. President Mama is the next president in waiting.
Oh, okay.
A friend of the president in waiting, or home 2025, 7 January. Can't afford the Nakunya Beshanin.
But some himself in a mobile car battle, I could flag bearer.
And Yadom. Baby, a idea. So, baby, I'll be Fabian and say, there is the clamoring for him to return.
Okay.
Did you say when the time comes, any of these delegates
of the MPP, Dennis Miracle Abuaje, member of the MPP. Dennis, I think I'm at here,
divine selection.
Last year, you may be out the year. My face is none in the Abbassin.
Yes, you know. Pablo, the constituency, where you ho. Ene nkola na nkomu tumi
asmo bi sa dey na I'm going to be able to
now ko hese ne nkola so yo mu ko school omo ananka ene nkomu nye scam ko omo ko edutech ene ndifa omo ntia kapre na ohe ma memu a nanka Pablo Emreso no nkomu
Iwanef no mo de ba akwa
Pablo constituency. Oh, many Pablo constituency. We say a sister constituencies. Until you minu we want to check. And then of course, but there are a lot of investments going on in this area. Okay. So in Safari Valley.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So a borough one deal.
Safari Valley. Yeah. Me na mass happen.
Oh, I say me na mass building paper.
St. Andrews Ultimate Remedial, St. Andrews Healthcare College, City Herbal. I'm going to say the person, bro. The Fiasia now, Dennis, my main from Fiasia, and in the Western Region, Second Youth Center, E-Levy, a town hall meeting, so this whole issue about town hall meeting is about
Pablo. So, you say, me cost succeed, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's the baddest pakupe. I mean, here, Nana Adodan Kwekufodo, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. I no pay any ejuma pa omoyema Ghana. That as a who him say me can I think and this for it can see chrome e din kontompo no ntro ene nsem a enye no kre ensem fata e kato Ghana for trim nti we must accept reality e kokodu mpempens will be a ade papa ye de ba ye levia on mine na ye yahye no mapa ye de ba bo mo na fe Brodun said they've set the citizenry against us. And the reason why the citizenry would also go along that line was simply because they put out lies. Many citizens didn't come home. No matter who the antipotin and who be here say, Omobema, Yenina Kabum, they are pursuing a levy agenda. Now, Oman Sans Wababeti, as you say, NDC, it is not about the development of the state. Nti adie bia omunim say ebeboa o man no they would make sure say they fight it because eba ne bo o man na emwo mo as a political party and you can go try say be introduce in on my will be NDC they fight it even national health insurance MPP abanye de ba omo fight it embra ne eba be capitation to introduce basic FNS school under President Kofo freeway omo could call drones eba say ebema remote communities ebi won me constituencies omo hia emergency health supplies e be to me di bia kono omo kutia e to the point omo kan cry say drones no dey kwakwa se be ma ho ewo edware enti this is not new free senior high school omo sponsor na omo say free senior high school na fe de ye nto omo bo mbe hye kina and so there's a long history as to the kind of people are ye no omo edele senka sorry ne ye wa nka be ka so omo same principalities and powers because omo see abonte no omo say 2 million pa ekwa no ma miensa ya hyehyɛ budget no ye kai no ma ye pese ye ene bibie be nya sika ne free ena aban say no ma miensa bi wo budget eye akwan unim say na say so hu akwan ya ekoso unprecedented over 4,000 kilometers of road figures don't lie aban ba ku bie ne wa ba within such a short period why these kilometers of road and it's still ongoing aban say see twice on ye become nti see miska near the chesa adwumedi nim challenges right now as a country ana youth unemployment nti yempe ekwan bi ebefa so a yebenya deliberate strategy to ensure say yebe fix this youth unemployment situation and it's a chain effect. You say GD say you create a lot more business people, a lot more entrepreneurs out of the youth then we can you know, have a multiplying effect. For example, Uma Abranti we university, our business plan support kakrabe 50,000 and 100,000. Now, the friend is saying employment we create plus the 10 business people, which is the friend is saying 60. So the effect in creating entrepreneurs and more.
Is e-levy the only option?
No, e-levy is one of the options. And it's normal way there are only two main sources here to raise our revenue. And it's a bepe domestic revenue. You bepe kwa befa so a yankasa. You be jiji at 1 day. You did this adjumano. And I say you be kwa bobesia. And he has run away from that. A yamni, and there is a reason why a bosia emini. The reason why I NDC are buying between 2009 and 2016. Movie yeka from your mind anymore. And so yiskane the ball mine hokano. Kitwebi. And I me no say nipa be 2 million over 2 million be pay 2.4 million. In a 2 years sika say enfambo nipa 30 million hoka. 2.4 million people. And na omo nipa 30 million hoka. Ma me one scenario quickly. Ye nipa mi say me no ne Pablo. E say enoa emoni edi. Anwamo. Anwamo na ye ba be no no. E say ye mi say no obi contribute 1 cup. Because ye dia obi abedi 1 cup na be so yen. And so contribution ye ni akọ Dominic ho. Ni say o man 2 cups nka ho. Echire no ye betu ye ho ka. Na ye de 2 cups na ba be kan na ye de ni anoa. Enti emre bia ye bedi amuni bia no ye de ba akọ ba na akọ bo cup no crowd ba ye say ye chemu fa. Na ye de bi kutu ye ka ye de ye wo. Enti bebia ye duru no aden na asempa ene Dennis. Afe de mo so mo mboa mo ho ano na mo de mo nya 1 cup kra na se mo nya quarter cup. Mo fam jai. Impempenso ye wo no decision mienu. NDC force your solution is a yanko IMF. Yen say IMF one and free. Sikano de my own fan by
NDC for
a bosia no of them honorable markets there. A your no opinion or side with the NDC. So he agrees with the NDC.
Okay.
MPP a position market what didn't speak on behalf of the MPP. The position of the government is that say a beko IMF near koje bosia. Bosia no betu ya hunsi hunti free. Kuni oma betu ya. Tisani ya Pablo moka omo bottle between 2008 to 2016 9 billion to 122 ye 2 years here no certain man na Pablo mo boss abo say that mean we university na mo university e say share free baby it is only 2.4 million pena ebo ye ho ka no ye ntire mu kakra na ye mfa nipa dodo na embrem no bi entua keten na ye mfa mbo ye ho bra se na ebe ya na etumi ama oman na eden akonenim. It's a simple decision. Ghana for and say make your choice say oh you prefer NDC option of going to IMF. Ne yankobo IMF bosia no mo fancy hu ento ho enye nsi hu ne keke o on be ma okonde obi adwumam. Yi social interventions say allowances ne ade efi ho. Untumi mfa nurse for ne teacher for dodo because also niska e na obobo besia dia ye ni sei ye say ye ma obi mbe kire yen sane a ye hwe ye manfo. Enti yankase ye be pekọ ye be foso a ehun ban. Na ansa na me de manu besi no 2 minutes per. There's a few misconceptions in this for that 2 about years here correct now. And I listened to their national communications officer on TV and I was shocked the confidence in which the control withdraw ATM affected by e-levy. Person Ghana for mo here United as say ATM withdrawal e-levy affect no. Okomo vendor ho say ukwakoye withdrawal from umuma untua e-levy. So what transfer we a business you don't pay e-levy. What it means is that sir introbina NDC for catch Ghana for
example
say you pay capital you pay e-levy on your capital. It's a palpable
for example I'm a salaried worker and she said me transfer
yes because it's from an individual account.
Thank you.
The point about the transfer from the business accounts and say is that e-levy doesn't affect capital because there's an exemption on transfers of usika from your business or your corporate account to any other bank account.
Dennis Miracle Abuajimeda Sebebre, a member of the MPP National Communication Team. Pablo, my member also, what's your why that resistance from the NDC?
As the kind my main fat motivation, I mean, for my Ghana for in Africa. I remember one cat also Africa, perhaps and then the decline, and then the decline in Ghana for aiding common. Not all the way down to my branches. Now, main set records be straight. Meaning I Casano. I'm saying owning Ghana bakosem. Na I say NDC crow equity capitation. I not correct. And I will educate him. Not Nana Dankwe Kufuado, and President of the Republic of Ghana. Or no yet Greater Accra Bar Association President. He boycotted a consultative assembly now form now they drafted constitution on the basis say and I drafted 1992 constitution but Nyamin Chadi the 1992 constitution now ordinary Ghanaians it's been the longest serving constitution in the history of this country. In that 1992 constitution, a part of the procedures are FQ. So if the MPP sits here today, now we can say NDC for a kutia. Now yenma the midwives of Ghana's democracy. 1992 constitution. Yenma sabi yatina siya yaso that we've had issues with implementations. It's when capitation was being introduced. On Treme publication say NDC fought against capitation.
Maybe
we have never fought capitation when 2. The NDC has never been against free SHS. So when Matthew Opoku Prempeh was Minister of Education, at Semper Studios, he made an admission so education for day students in public schools.
Yeah.
And it is the end you support here, you start here for day students. No. Our problem with free SHS was the mass in secondary school for Kofi. Because government does not have money to buy food for the schools. Because we foresaw the challenges. It started the building of the E-blocks so that community day schools will be free. Until we are woeful, that's what to me a boarding now. How did we see alternative? How is that against Momo policy? No? And then on the issue of national health insurance, they keep forgetting, say, under President Rawlings, and they start say a year experimentation of a year pilot a health insurance. The Catholic hospital in Sunyani. We piloted it. Time now we introduce, our MPs walked out of parliament for a reason. It was issues of implementation. And mind you, the NPP did not start national health insurance. Almost started district health insurance schemes. Until 2020, the year national health insurance, Ukra card, Ewa Accra, now do Kumasi a card, to me sure. So, Omunjai in contemporary misconception, and in tro, Ghana for. Now, let me come to the issue of e-levy. Meaning, the NDC, say, I was say a jet tour, you develop your mind. It's say, you better tour, you develop your mind. You want to say, you the tour, FI tour. Sabi, Aquarius was here and jet tour for the tour. You want to say, yeah, FI tour. Say, I was in tax pot here, meet ya. It means, say, a income tax na meet ya. Meaning, say, a production tax and a meet ya. Meaning, say, excise tax and a meet ya. Meaning, say, a sales tax and a meet ya. Meaning, say, a value added tax. Nefa and a levy. 2, taxes, for taxes to be, say, no. There should be equality. It's me, question party. And then what, asempa. And I know about media. Now, media to me e-wallet so. Now, mommy all have you do here and the food the day. Me no say a kwako pay bi. Now you do have you do say a kwako didi. Who be your wallet ma where you usika. When you seek careful person. Pay now you chair now. Now me media on my phone so. Me transfer media to car. Yeah, tse sika no. Yeah, 1.75. Has there been equality? Maybe so. Is there a fair tax? So these are the challenges that confront. Say me chia me nimdia di misika kwa koye.
Nimdia e-levy babe.
But say chia say me chia sika. Now over the years me chia sika. Now me say the bia me president or private jet Ghana or jet to. But the private jet is tarmac so. Our president took and could be almost 6 million Ghana cedis. It's our profligate expenditures here on mining care. Now be catch him say misika kakra say me botom no. Obe sanji to wo so a na obeku. At the same time, a 20 mature the Adani no. I COVID by ye. Sika na da heritage fund no. Makwako yedi. Sika na da stabilization fund no. Makwako yedi. Now up to date, COVID. Sika mo expend ye 1 billion. I'm koji fi IMF for any donations eba ina no. All the general link me for accounts.
I specific.
Na mboni bi kwedi die. No mumba ya. Ya sign the bika ko bi. Dodo ne koye na ebi mbaye. Aye sebe wa wo ba. Na akoda no do beji bia no wahwete no. man bibia so fa ko ni dua no afete no obesa ni dia kan ho bi mu. Ghanaians are only demanding accountability from this government. Say yeah and a Ghana for us buying we wa cutting down expenditure. Usu here sika. Ye nim say ye wo say we take the appropriate steps now catch her and say meye we e di aso ano. Mo fa we income ho a ye we need aso. But oh say 12 billion compared to 6 billion then a also. You cannot account for 12 billion. You find 6 billion in sign can ho bi mu. E be ye day. The other issue on e-levy is that the GD said, me why I say online. A does pa. In 24 hours, the government has not created a conducive environment between the creative businesses. Amagana this year. It's on people's own accord, no more initiatives and no more innovations of government's digitization platform. Why would be now no under digitization? Why would baby no? And I also share the view say if government is not being lazy, as I said, the ombudsman say adrian through government can find innovative ways of taxing businesses daily electronically without resorting to mass taxation of hard work than being lazy. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these are big revenue ventures for government. What is stopping government from asking them some form of service in Ghana so we can plug in directly because people are trading on those servers. Pablo Mirase. Oh, my patron to me, Katini, sir. I can't be made 2 minutes. Oh, there be 2 minutes. If I wrap here, 30 seconds. 2 minutes. 30 seconds. 2 minutes now. 30 seconds. I mean, 1 minute. Come on. The last issue is say you hear revenue, property tax. And now I heard Ken Thompson bring property tax. Ghana and Macron. If government is lazy and he wants to think through policies, we should be looking at property tax, and then most especially the extractive industry. Pablo, the IFS for Kenya. As I'm going to make a break industry. Yeah, we'll talk about that extractive industry. Georgia Pariado, Pablo, the National Youth Organizer for the NDC, and I'll tell you, back off for a quick commercial. But before then, Ochina, the 4th of February, Friday, World Cancer Awareness Day. Me pacha we oba abe mammogram. And see Obesha Adom TV, Uti Adom FM, Asempa FM, Joy Prime, Joy TV, all your platforms in the modern monitor. Once we oba 40 years and above, nature say with them ubetimi enye bi na de akwa check mammogram. A very special happy birthday and comma Honorable Mavis Hawakumsin. Happy 57th birthday to you. Happy birthday, Madam MP for Ewutu Senya, Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. Or say age with grace. Honorable Way Efi Nanakofinti Amwane de Baye and another one Efi Mavis Hawakumsin. You for a quick commercial break. Baba Kai Betwas. I'm saying I was a break, so I try now about the national communication team before the break. Na the Kasafa e-levy, but there is excellence in another Danko Kufuado so Akasa. Traditional leaders a figure Jekoshiano at the Flagstaff House. I say Ghana, you to me continue to borrow. Indeed, Oman Penny bias or the Ghana Beyond Aid by Pablo Way, my starting field. So and e-levy is part of Ghana Beyond Aid. Yankasa raise revenue. Ghana Beyond Aid is what Bobo Sansi presidency in Ibayo. We are not saying government should borrow. And UTMPP for NDC for first argument the IMF. We are not asking to go to the IMF. The NDC as a party have not said some IMF. MPP for enjoy this honesty, no. Momo buy Namo say IMF. The IMF program was supposed to have ended in 2017. We'll be extending 1 more year. It's almost $400 million. COVID, Ghana Beyond Aid, but we are one of the first countries. That time you have 20 cases in poor Ghana, and I'm IMF because 1 billion. Now the IMF you go there and you collect money. You've taken over $2 billion from the IMF. When you go to the IMF, we went for policy credibility. It's in America. So, IMF conditions, it is not true. There were restrictions, but during the time of the NDC, and I say the teachers when the NDC was in government, and I may say that the period time
after college,
yes, nurses, yes, there were no demonstrations against us from nurses and teachers. There are issues where almost back piano a delay, but there was automatic employment. I need one teacher, one nurse, or the catcher and say during the time of President Mahama. But even per the records, I don't have the figures, but they are back as FMP. The day I met Nanabi on as FMP. Per the records, documents prepared by Dr. Nsia Sari when he was Director General of the Ghana Health Services. State simple say under President Mahama, more nurses were employed than any other time in the history of this country. And I challenge them to speak against it. It's going to the IMF in Yekakai. Going to the IMF gives you credibility and also gives you space. You don't just go to the IMF or just kakeke. Now say they've gone before that. Last year, Omoko international market. Omo raise even 50% of a hand Omoko open. You know why? There is no credibility. So when you go to the IMF, what you get is a fiscal space, credibility. So that when you are even going out there to borrow, government every day borrows on the local market. And no refi. And then Treasury Bill rate you're saying. And then I say Ghana Bank of Ghana assign floaty amount so that your interest payments does not become high. So what is President Akufo-Addo telling us?
Ghana beyond aid.
Ghana beyond aid. And I'm saying Ostatica Ghana beyond aid no. What's he saying? And our buregu no.
Okay,
so what is he telling us?
But that's it. Dennis, my member also.
As a point, you see the NDC. The issue with the NDC is it was short memory. Yeah, the first demonstration at the Ministry of Health. 2014, 2015, 2016, nurses and teachers are almost post you. That was the first demonstration. Your reporters were there. Ask them. Go into your archives and play the video. They kept demonstrating because someone you school, and you sit on TV, live TV. You are telling these young ladies, if you 1 year, 2 years, if you 3 years, even on allowances, cram into ya. Nipani you 1 year. No mama allowances, allowance salary. Or you 1 year. We be for some year for a 4 more. It takes a while.
Yeah.
Or you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It's a training salary, you know. You wait 3 months, but you need to one test as a boy. And then, please. And all of these things, your guys were there. Okay, picketing. You remember? Your cameramen are aware. There were daily picketing of nurses and teachers at their ministries in this country. That was the first thing that confronted us when we came to put hook, line, sinker. So the people are watching. If during the NDC era, there were automatic posting, the nurses, the teachers, the trainees, they are watching. Again, adie bia NDC for kutia ye bia ye mia ye ni ye push it through ya ebe ye ade papa ma Ghana for bia omna de bae ene uti TV so catch Ghana for say mo na mo de capitation bae because mo pass constitution in 92 na mo de shemu na wo pass constitution in 92 na wo jato 1 na 2003 obi ba bebe ye ya so na de bae ene oh let me midwives na mo je constitution na wo na mo jato na mo ba constitution mu na mo tro yi nso mo ba na mo jato na mo ye de mo pe ade bia ye de ba ye bia no ai ko ye ma ga na bia nya ye pe mo na mo de ba ye you sponsored 40 adverts including adverts on Adom TV 40 against Free Senior High School and now TV so say mo na mo de ba ye na Ghana for say if during the NDC era na me Pablo AMC wo mi krom na mi krom later for ko PSTS free ya so mbe mu ana me boa if during the era na say ko benkum secondary school for free ya so mbe mu ana me boa so for me I think that what I want the people of Ghana to understand yes. Omo did the same thing your president Kufo. In fact, taxes are near the bar no mukutia ya omo ye ho demonstration omo buy omo tumu. Communication service tax ye de buy omo so omo mpene da. Omo ye ho demonstration crazy say omo buy no mutumu ko 9%. Omo nye mfi.
And the 11 there no matter what ebebaso.
The 11 no no matter what ebebaso. No matter what ebebaso. 11 no e the nyuma ebebre the young people.
The 11 no matter what ebebaso.
Ekwem bia so send ye the Free Senior High School buy against massive opposition from the NDC and Free Senior High School Eboa Ghana for no. Send ye introduce one district one factory almost say a baller ene nyuma ba me kuro no Sa kwan na ebe fa so na di 11 so ba. Na wo so so pan ba.
Thank you.
Market in the next 2 years. Pablo me ne ba ha obeka so mo no di 11 ba.
Pablo, 30 seconds. You wrap up. Final comment.
Country Dennis said, Osha Constitution, FQ was to take place 10 years after the passage of the Constitution. Into 2000, from 1992 to 2000, 8 years. 2000, and that make sure that so nobody fought against capitation. Mosune be do ya na we implement it. Osha free SHS in the same Constitution. It tells you say progressively free senior high school. Under President Mahama, Matthew Poku Prempe even admitted so mobile Canada no more and a free SHS program now President Mama implementing no Omokrana no mutia. So what are you talking about? It was for day students and the component has always been there. Ministry of Education in Guye, Ghana Education Service in Guye, the records are there. So we don't take credit for things we did not do. Okay. We only speak to things. Yeah.
Dennis,
Azaba, Ghana for Enyejidie. Another for me. You buy no show my boss say you make sure say here from ba.
Promise keeper.
Access to social Mate. You buy you see you buy akwan. Omo me hu akwan ya ekoso. You make sure say you best support the private sector, they stimulate industries at the local level ekoso. Yes, Ghana for boss even making sure say nyina makane ane edundum mo maban so be gina so.
Dennis Miracle. Thank you. I was Dennis Miracle a member of the MPP National Communication Team and George Opariado Pablo, the National Youth Organizer for the NDC. Ansani Bekono. Very special happy birthday and come Professor Francis Owusu-Mensah, Principal Codel EW. Happy birthday to you, sir. Well, I was here honey a day Badwam person mo EDC young faster that Cassian Farmer HEPA Plus Mixture Franco Trading Enterprise St Andrews Ultimate Remedial St Andrews Healthcare College CD Heba omone so yase e de Badwam person mo de bro me di kwesi asempa me tena mu ma o man hene kwabena sante me faster that ma the cameraman me faster that ma producers e da mo nyina ma se ochena o man hene kwabena sante beba na watrem. Good morning.